day is over. The doors are locked. The lights are out. The world has given you permission to rest, so why can't you? In the profound quiet of your room, another kind of noise begins, a deafening roar of thoughts. The replay of a conversation that went wrong. The shadow of a deadline looming tomorrow. The sting of a regret from 10 years ago. It's a storm inside the stillness, and your bed, meant to be a sanctuary, feels like a battlefield. You pray for peace, you plead for sleep, but it feels like you're shouting into an empty cathedral. What if I told you the reason for this struggle is not a failing in your faith, or a punishment for your day? What if the frantic noise in your head is simply the echo of a forgotten chaos? And what if the prayer that finally brings you peace is not about speaking at all, but about learning to listen in a way you have never listened before? Imagine this for a moment. Close your eyes, feel the weight of your body, the texture of the sheets against your skin. Feel the air as it enters your nostrils, cool and quiet. This simple act, this breath, this is where our journey begins, because this breath is more ancient than you know. In the very first lines of our sacred stories, before there was light, before there was land, before there was man. The scripture says the Spirit of God, the Dentruach Elohim Bat, hovered over the surface of the waters. That word, Dentruach Tat, is not just spirit. It's wind, it's breath. The first act of divine presence in the universe was a breath, hovering over a formless, empty, and dark expanse. It did not condemn the darkness. It did not flee the chaos. It simply was with it holding space for it. Now, feel your own breath, in and out. That is not just air filling your lungs. That is an echo of the Dentruach Elohim Bat. The breath of God, which first moved in the primordial dark, now moves in you. The same spirit that held space for a universe to be born is holding space for you, right now, in your own darkness and your own chaos. We are taught to fear the dark, to fight our chaotic thoughts, to fill the emptiness with noise, with petitions, with desperate pleas. We treat our inner world like an enemy to be conquered. But Genesis shows us a different way. God did not destroy the darkness to create. He spoke and Tinto darted it. He stood present within the chaos and introduced a new element. A word, a single, powerful, creative word. Let there be light. Think about this. Light was not the absence of darkness. It was a new reality spoken into existence, got alongside darkness, day and night. Both were called good. Both had a divine purpose. Your anxiety, your fear, your racing thoughts. This is your formless expanse, your primordial water. It is not your enemy. It is your beginning. It is the raw material from which God is waiting to create peace in you. The problem is, we are so busy shouting over the chaos, we cannot hear the word that is waiting to be spoken. So what is this prayer? This 5-minute prayer to fill your heart with peace. You might be expecting a secret incantation, a long-lost verse from a hidden text. But the most profound truths are always the simplest. The prayer is not in the words you will say. It is in the posture of your soul. It is a deliberate act of imitation. For 5 minutes, you will become like God in the first moments of creation. You will not fight the darkness. You will hover over it. You will not silence the chaos. You will prepare to speak a word into it. This is the central hook, the great secret. The prayer is a journey back to John's Gospel. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. That word, the Dentruach Tat, is the divine ordering principle of the universe. It's the thought behind creation. It's the pattern, the music, the unshakable peace that underlies all reality. That word wasn't just spoken once, at the dawn of time. It is a continuous broadcast. A divine frequency that is always sounding, always resonating, always available. The storm in your mind is just static, blocking the signal. The purpose of this prayer is to tune your inner radio, to quiet the static just long enough to hear the music that has been playing all along. So, let us begin. This is not a performance. There is no one to impress. This is a sacred return. Find your position of rest. Let your hands fall where they may. Let your body feel heavy, sinking into the support beneath you. For this first minute, we will do nothing but embrace the truth of Genesis 1-2. We will acknowledge the darkness. Don't fight your thoughts. Don't judge them. Just observe them. Like clouds passing in the night sky, let the worries, the lists, the fears just be. See them for what they are, formless and empty. Acknowledge the chaos. Give it permission to exist, without giving it power to rule. You are not the storm. You are the one watching the storm. And like the Spirit of God, you will simply hover over these waters. Gently, patiently, without judgment. Breathe in and breathe out. You are present. You are safe. Now, for the second minute, we will focus on the breath. The Santrawatch part. With every inhale, imagine you are breathing in that same creative spirit that moved over the primordial sea. It is not just oxygen, it is life. It is presence. It is potential. With every exhale, you are not just releasing carbon dioxide, you are releasing your grip, your need to control, your frantic effort. Inhale the divine presence, exhale the human struggle, feel the rhythm, in and out. This rhythm is the first beat of creation's song, a gentle, steady pulse in the vast silence. Let this breath anchor you, pulling you away from the turbulent surface of your thoughts, down into the calm, quiet depths of your being. Nothing else matters but this, the rise and the fall, the breath of God breathing in you. In this third minute, we listen. This is the hardest part. We have acknowledged the chaos. We have anchored in the spirit now. We listen for the word, the Santlagos. It is not an audible sound. It is a feeling, a resonance, a sense of deep, underlying rightness. You will find it in the space between your thoughts. There is a pause, a gap, just after you exhale and before you inhale. In that sacred pause, that is where the silence speaks. As you listen, your mind will try to create more noise. A thought will arise, am I doing this right? Let it go. Another will say, this is silly. Let it go. Treat them like distant whispers, not your own voice. Your only task is to listen for the silence underneath, to strain your spiritual ear for the quiet hum of existence, the peace that was there before your worries began, and will be there after they are gone. It is the sound of the Creator's love, holding the universe together. It is holding you too. For the fourth minute we align, as you begin to sense that deep, quiet resonance, even just a hint of it, you will gently speak a word into your own darkness. Not a desperate plea, but a creative declaration, a simple echo of the first command. You can say it in your heart, silently. The word is this: let there be peace. It is not a request, it is a permission, it is a welcome. You are aligning your will with God's will. You are taking your small creative power as a being made in His image, and you are co-creating with Him. You are speaking to the chaos of your mind and soul, not with anger, but with divine authority. Let there be peace. Feel the vibration of that intention. Let it ripple out from the center of your being, a gentle light pushing back the shadows. A quiet order calming the storm. Breathe in His Spirit, breathe out His word. Let there be peace. And finally, the fifth minute. Rest. You have done the work. You have journeyed back to the beginning. You have hovered over the waters, breathed the creative spirit, listened for the eternal word, and spoken your own word of peace. Now you simply rest in the world you have helped create. You rest in the light. The work is finished. It is good. Do not strive anymore. Do not listen for anything. Do not say anything. Simply be. Be held. Be silent. Be at peace. This is the Sabbath for your soul, an unconditional rest, a deep and profound trust that the word has been spoken, the light is shining, and the peace is already yours. It is the peace of God which transcends all understanding. It will guard your heart and your mind. Let it cradle you now. Let it carry you into a sleep that is not an escape, but a homecoming.